Picture this. You're online, maybe shopping, chatting with friends, or just catching up on the news. Everything seems perfectly normal, but beneath the surface, hidden threats are lurking. Malware. It's like a digital shadow, waiting for the right moment to strike, often when you least expect it. Malware is short for malicious software. These are programs or files specifically designed to harm, steal, or disrupt your digital life. It's not just a technical term, it's a real danger that can affect anyone who uses a computer, tablet, or smartphone. Think of malware as an uninvited guest at a party, someone who sneaks in, blends with the crowd, and quietly starts causing trouble behind your back. You might not even notice until it's too late. Malware comes in many forms. There are viruses that attach themselves to files and spread from one computer to another, worms that travel across entire networks without any help, and spyware that secretly monitors your activity. Then there are Trojans, named after the famous Trojan horse, that disguise themselves as something useful or harmless, tricking you into letting them in. Downloading what looks like a cool new app or a free game, it could secretly be malware, copying your files, recording your keystrokes, or even spying through your camera or microphone. Sometimes malware hides in email attachments or fake software updates. The real danger is how sneaky malware can be. It often works silently in the background, without any obvious signs. You might not notice anything wrong until your device slows down, crashes, or your personal information is stolen. Its goal? To do things you never agreed to, like changing your browser homepage, stealing your passwords, or even locking your files and demanding a ransom to get them back. Ransomware is especially nasty. It encrypts your files, making them impossible to access, and then demands payment to unlock them. Even paying the ransom doesn't guarantee you'll get your files back. Bottom line, malware is software with bad intentions, built to exploit, damage, or take control of your computer for someone else's gain. It's a tool for cybercriminals, hackers, and even organized crime. In many ways, it's the villain of the digital world, always evolving and finding new ways to attack. Staying alert and informed is your best defense. Knowing what malware is, how it works, and where it hides is the first step to fighting back and keeping your digital life safe. Now, let's dig deeper into why people create malware and what motivates these digital villains. Why do people make malware? The biggest reason: money. Cybercriminals use malware to steal bank logins, credit cards, and personal info to sell on the dark web. Some use malware for hacktivism, making political or social statements by disrupting organizations they oppose. Others are digital spies, using malware for corporate or government espionage, stealing secrets or sabotaging infrastructure. Sometimes it's just about the challenge, proving skills, gaining notoriety, or outsmarting security systems. What starts as mischief can quickly become a serious crime. Whether for profit, protest, espionage, or ego, the result is the same. Victims pay the price. Understanding these motives helps you recognize the risks and stay vigilant. Let's see how malware is actually built. 10. Programming languages like Python are powerful tools, great for building apps, automating tasks, and solving complex problems. They're designed to make life easier for developers, offering flexibility and speed for a wide range of projects. But unfortunately, these same strengths can be exploited for darker purposes, like creating malware that can harm computers and steal information. Python's simplicity and its massive library of modules make it incredibly easy for attackers to piece together malicious programs. With just a few lines of code, they can access powerful features that would otherwise take much longer to develop from scratch. Want to search files, connect to the internet, or capture keystrokes? Python provides ready-made modules for all of that, making it a favorite among both legitimate developers and cybercriminals. Whether you need to scan directories, send data over the web, or monitor user activity, Python has modules that can do the job with minimal effort. Malware authors don't need to reinvent the wheel. They simply combine simple, legitimate functions for harmful purposes. By stitching together code snippets found online, they can quickly build programs that evade detection. For example, a few lines of Python can scan your computer for text files, searching for sensitive information like passwords or personal notes. With a simple tweak, that script could copy or even send your files to an attacker anywhere in the world, all without your knowledge. This is how malware is built, step by step, using everyday programming tools for malicious ends. Each function, harmless on its own, becomes dangerous when combined with others in the wrong context. Even basic scripts, which might look innocent to most people, can become dangerous weapons in the wrong hands. It's a reminder of how important it is to understand what code is really doing. Let's look at a classic malware trick, the keylogger. This simple tool records every keystroke a user makes, capturing sensitive data like passwords and messages without them ever knowing. One of the oldest and most persistent tricks in the world of malware is the keylogger, a sneaky program designed to record every single key you press on your keyboard. Keyloggers have been around for decades, quietly capturing sensitive information from unsuspecting users. They're often used by cybercriminals to steal passwords, credit card numbers, and private messages, all without the victim ever realizing what's happening. In Python, creating a basic keylogger is alarmingly simple, thanks to powerful libraries like Pinput. With just a few lines of code, even a beginner can write a script that listens for every keystroke. This accessibility is both a strength and a weakness of Python. It makes programming easy, but it also lowers the barrier for malicious actors. With only a handful of commands, you can set up a listener that silently logs your keystrokes to a hidden file on your computer. The script runs quietly in the background, invisible to the average user, and records everything you type, whether it's a password, a private message, or a search query. Every password, message, and search you type could be captured, without you ever knowing. This means that even your most sensitive information is at risk, and you might not notice anything unusual until it's too late. The script can even be programmed to record special keys, like Enter or Backspace, and can automatically send the log file to the attacker over the internet. This makes it possible for hackers to collect your data from anywhere in the world, without ever needing physical access to your device. Meanwhile, the victim continues using their computer as usual, completely unaware that their private data is being stolen in real time. There are often no obvious signs or warnings, making keyloggers especially dangerous and difficult to detect. This example shows how Python's ease of use and flexibility can be twisted for malicious purposes. The same features that make Python great for learning and building useful tools can also be exploited to create harmful software. Ultimately, it's not about the programming language itself, it's about how it's used. Python is just a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for harm, depending on the intentions of the person behind the keyboard. Next, let's take a closer look at why Python malware is especially dangerous, and what makes it such a powerful weapon in the hands of cybercriminals. Python malware is dangerous because it works on Windows, macOS, and Linux. One script, many targets. Attackers can bundle Python scripts into innocent-looking files, tricking users into running them. Once launched, the malware can steal data, encrypt files for ransom, or even enslave your computer in a botnet. Botnets are networks of infected computers controlled remotely, used for spam, attacks, or mining cryptocurrency. Python makes it easy to create these threats, and victims often have no idea their machines are compromised. The cross-platform power and flexibility of Python are a double-edged sword. That's why recognizing the signs of infection is so important. Let's talk about how to spot malware on your system. 9. Spotting malware early can save you a lot of trouble. Watch for sudden slowdowns. Malware hogs your computer's resources. Unexpected pop-ups, changed browser settings, or new toolbars are classic warning signs. Strange network activity or unknown processes running in the background can also signal infection. If friends get weird messages from you, or your antivirus throws up alerts, don't ignore them. Files disappearing, new files appearing, or running out of storage for no reason, all red flags. Stay observant. Good digital hygiene starts with paying attention. Now, let's talk about how to protect yourself. 9. Prevention is your best defense against malware. Be skeptical. Don't open suspicious emails or click unknown links. Keep your software updated. Patches fix security holes that malware exploits. Only download apps from trusted sources. Avoid shady websites and pirated software. Use strong, unique passwords and enable two-factor authentication for your accounts. Even if malware steals your password, 2FA can keep attackers out. Layer your defenses. Every smart choice makes you safer, but even the careful need backup. That's where antivirus comes in. 9. Antivirus software is your computer's security guard, scanning for, blocking, and removing malware. It uses signature-based detection to spot known threats and heuristic analysis to catch suspicious behavior. Always keep your antivirus updated so it recognizes the latest threats. Built-in tools like Windows Defender or X-Protect offer solid protection, but third-party options can add extra features. The key is to have antivirus running and trust its warnings. Don't disable it just to install something risky. Antivirus is essential. Don't go online without it. 8. The internet is amazing, but it comes with risks. Understanding malware isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. Security is an ongoing process. Stay vigilant and keep learning. Build good habits. Update your systems, use strong passwords, enable 2FA, and run antivirus. Think before you click or download. Caution beats regret. Stay curious, keep learning, and you'll navigate the digital world safely. The more you know, the better protected you are. With knowledge and awareness, you can enjoy the internet without falling for the bad guys' tricks. Stay aware, stay responsible, and most of all, stay safe out there. 10.